Hello, my name is Salsabila Nur Cahyani, and this is my presentation, Food Try Appreciation Final Test Project. And let's get started. Number 1, find a poem that contains the word setting, then analyze it. I found this poem, The Listeners by Walter de la Mare, and this is my analysis. The word setting of the poem The Listeners by Walter de la Mare found in the sentence, but only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of man. Place, but only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then. From the sentence of the poem, the place is the lone house. Time stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of man. In the 15 lines, the authors said if the time of the poem is moonlight. Number 2, find a poem that contains the author's background, then analyze it. I found the poem Love Between Brothers and Sisters by Isaac Watts. Whatever brawls disturb the street, there should be peace at home. Where sisters dwell and brothers meet, quarrels should never come. Birds in their little nest agree, and it's a shameful sight when children of one family fall out and chide and fight. Analyzes the author's background of poem Love Between Brothers and Sisters by Isaac Watts is childhood background. Number 3, find a poem that contains the critical perspective, then analyze it. I found Compassion by Miller Williams. Have compassion for everyone you meet, even if they don't want it. What seems conceit, bad manners, or cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You don't know what words are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone. Analyzes the critical perspective of the poem Compassion by Miller Williams is found in the sentence, bad manners or cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. The sentence is the opinion and it's the critical perspective of the authors. Number 4, analyze this poem on intrinsic and extrinsic elements and what is the message from this poem Out by Robert Frost. This is my analysis. First, intrinsic element. 1, figurative language, personification, leaped out at the boy's hand or seemed to leap. In this line number 16, there are leap out and seem to leap. Both cases are personification of a power source that can jump like a human or a living thing that leaps into the boy's hand. 2, similar, and nothing happened, they was all but down. In the sentence from lines number 9, it means that Frost used a benchmark to clarify about an idea of the circumstances before the event of that occurred and revealed that nothing strange happens. Everything goes like the days usually at the lumber yard. The boy's first outcry was a rebel laugh as he swung toward them holding up the hand. In the sentences from lines number 19 until 20, similes are marked by the usage of the as for a comparison. 3, symbol. To please the boy by giving him the half hour. Half hour, it means that a symbol of the childhood in which the child experiences it as he or she is required to work to provide for his or her daily needs. The boy's first outcry was a rebel laugh. Line 19, Frost used the word outcry and rebel laugh. The word Frost used a symbol of grief coming from an unwanted death. 4, irony. He must have given the hand, however it was, neither refused the meeting, but the hand. Frost took a hint at the state of the living and the environment that through the story of a little boy who clearly that would come to him, but he would never escape even though that wasn't the things he wanted to happen. Half in appeal but half as it to keep. The life from spilling, then the boy saw all. In this lines number 22, the sentence means insinuation of the living condition that are happening to the boy. The word Gehenna can be interpreted as something that spills. 5. Alliteration. Sweet, scented stuff when the breeze drew across it. In this sentence, there is the repetition of the S sound used at the beginning of the letters of the word sweet, scented, and stuff that will bring beauty to the reading of Putrai. And from there does that lift eyes could count. In this sentence, the letters T and C are identical. The alliteration of the T sound can clearly be seen in the words there. Thus, that as can the use of alliteration at the C in the words could and count. Next, voice, speaker, and tone. He must have given the hand. However, it was neither refused the meeting but the hand. The speaker is third person HA and the tone is strong because at the end of the sentence use an exclamation mark. Next, imagery, tactile imagery. And from there, those that lift eyes could count 5 mountain range one behind the other under the sunset far into Fairmont, and he saw snarled and rattled as it ran light or had to bear a load. From the Putrai, subsection above indicate tactile imagery because produced by sense of feeling with a touch or perhaps a bodily sensation. Last, them. His sister stood beside him in her apron to tell them super. At the word the saw as if it meant to prove Saul's know what super meant. 15 leaped out at the boy's hand or seemed to leap. He must have given the hand. However, it was neither refused the meeting but the hand. The boy's first outcry was a rueful laugh. From line number 13 until 19, illustrating how that come to him out of the blue. On the 14th row is the word super that became the beginning marker it came to the boy when he was working. When the word was spoken, he was surprised and the chainsaw he saw using flung at his hand. Next, the 18th line of the inscription described how the boy wouldn't want anything tragic to happen to him. Line 19 has the words outcry and rueful love that represent unhappiness or painful circumstances. The sound of ears in the result of an effect, the suffering that arises in one. Analyzes extrinsic element. First, the author's background. Call it a day, I wish they might have sighed to please the boy by giving him the half hour that a boy counts so much when saved from work. The words boy in the poem above indicate the author's background is childhood background. 2. The word setting. Time. Under the sunset far into Fairmont, and the sow snarled and rattled as it ran light, or hate to bear a load, and nothing happened that day was all but down. From the Putra subsection above, the time of the poem is the evening. Place. The bus snow snarled and rattled in the yard, and met dust and dropped stove-length stick of wood. Sweet, scented stuff when the breeze drew across it. From the Putrai subsection above, the place of the poem is in the yard. Last message of this poem. The moral significance of the poem out is our attitude in the face of death, especially the death experienced by the person who we love. In this poem, Frost gave a gesture of kindness to be taken when death comes to our loved one. Despite this death carrying heavy burdens and sorrows, we shouldn't remain silent and linger and while in sorrow. Life must go on through with no one we love besides us. Okay, let's make a poem. Number 5. I'm a weak woman. I'm a weak woman who tried to be as strong as a lion, become independent women without fear of falling. I'm a weak woman, thinking life is a journey, to try to be human. Don't think life is down. I'm a weak woman, rosy in the breeze, unable to talk, and don't have enough breath. I'm a weak woman, the dumbest thing is falling in love, realizing life isn't all about love, but life needs much love. I'm a weak woman, but now I'm in the limelight because I look beautiful, running like a lion, as dangerous as Bob. Who tried to be as strong as a lion? Lines number 2, it means similar. Thinking life is a journey is metaphor. Rosie in the breeze is personification. The dumbest thing is falling in love is hyperbole. And last, in the lamplight, because I look beautiful, is metonymy. Here, using lamplight as a metonymy for fame, a lamplight was a kind of spotlight used to tell if the woman is beautiful. Finished? Thank you very much.